So I want to talk to the silent partner at the end who makes the beats. I need to ask you, as a collective, to find the voice of the people who rock with you is very hard, because you might have somebody who's aggressive beast, and then you might have somebody who's laid back. Let me ask you a question. How do you find that happy medium to highlight the voice and the talents of every MC?
That's a good question.
While you thinking, let me put it like this. A producer's job is hard. Because not only is it to make sure you find the sound that the people connect to, you want to bring the best out of the talent that you have. But tell me about that responsibility.
For me, it's all about sound. Everything gotta sound good to hear. You can't just make anything quick. You gotta take your time with it. Making everything sound good is the first step about everything. You can't just run into a project and expect that to sound good. You understand?
All right, so let me ask you about your team. Tell me about Frank. When you produce for Frank, what is it about Frank that you want to bring out that makes him extraordinary MC?
Him being who he is.
Okay, because my knowledge of Frank's style is Frank has what I call controlled aggression in his voice. Frank, am I right? Yeah, Frank is the type of person that when he rocks, he's going to bring the words out, but he's also going to make sure that he grabs the ear. So it's hear me, now listen to me when I'm on the mic. So how do you get that control? How do you get that controlled aggression out of the sounds you make? Oh, this heritage hip hop. We're gonna have some questions.
I can't really tell you now. Like, it's all about sound, bro. Like I can't really make a certain beat for a person. You understand me? Like I can't just make a beat for him. Like everything's like come to how I make it. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like everybody sounds different. Everybody got their own style.
Yeah.
The Ruler.
So my man, The Ruler, right? From my experience with hearing him on tracks, he's more of the this is my track. No matter who's on it, my voice is going to overpower the beat. When you make your beats, you're capturing anybody's essence. When you have Shot Cobain on the track, Shot Cobain, when you listen to his music, Shot Cobain to me is the essence of an old school MC with tactical delivery. So to me, he's like a 93 era MC. He has that laid back voice, but he has that the thing to when he rock. You know what I'm saying? What's your name again?
Sam Ross.
Now Ross, to me, I'm more newer to him because I had to go back and listen to the music. And when he does it, he reminds me more of a mix of WC and Styles P. Because it's very smooth, but it's a hard delivery. Now, as you do your beats, and you say you have to make sure you catch them. What impresses them about your music?
It's a new sound.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a sound that you hear. Like I'm not trying to sound like everybody else. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, so what do y'all like about his music?
Creating a signature. I like Chris because he has his own like it's kind of somewhat like a signature sound. You know what I'm saying? You know how like you hear Dre beat and you know it's him, or like with Swish you hear certain sounds you like why, you know, or even like Kanye in his earlier days. You know what I'm saying? He had like a signature sound. You know what I mean? And with Chris, you know what I'm saying, it reminds me, like, he just gives me like that real like bar-y, you know, I feel like the best eras of hip hop to me, like just down to like music wise, just lyrics, whatever, it's like maybe 95 to about like 05, you know what I'm saying? And he just gives you like that sound, that raw, rugged, you know what I'm saying, that in front of the store, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like the stack bundles, you know what I mean, the Max days, you know what I'm saying? Like technically what people would say the East Coast was supposed to sound like, you know what I'm saying? Like he just give you that sound, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's dope, but like the pianos and things, like it reminds you of a West Coast almost to an extent, like the strong pianos and, you know, like the storytelling feel, you know what I'm saying? He has a signature sound.
Yeah, his own stories.
Yeah, I fuck with his
He has storytelling
creativity. Like, he get real creative with the sampling and all that too, so I definitely fuck with that. It takes something that you wouldn't even expect and flip it into something crazy.
Right.
But his beats take you on a walk, though, bro. Like it's like when you listen to him, you know exactly what he was feeling. Like you said, like he was having a hard time saying about how he makes beats for us. But that's the thing, he don't make beats for us. He makes stories, and we pick up the story. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he makes the beat.
Well, he got so much in the touch. He be like, yo, bro. He might be like,
put it out there.
He might be like, yo, Bang, I think it'd be tough on this show. I think your voice would be rawness. You know what I'm saying? He play it by ear. And I listen, I'll be like, yes, it's me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Because it might be the wave I'm on at the moment. You know what I mean? But like he be spot on most of the time. 90% of the time he's spot on.
That's why he was saying it's about sounding.
Right. He literally gave me a beat earlier. He was like, yo, Bobby, this would be dope for you. And I'm like, word. I had the title hook already, everything. Like, before we got here.
The thing about your music that impresses me, if it's the music, your music that I heard, I like how you use your horns. I like how you put some of your drum patterns together as well.
Right.
I have to ask you this. The marriage of hip hop, well, let's start it a different way. Hip hop is a marriage because you got to marry the voice and the music. Then you get the feel and the spirit of the song.
Right.
In R&B, it's the pitch and the harmony. Then the beat accentuates the music. As a hip hop producer, what is the toughest thing that you found about hip hop that you conquered in your production?
Sampling. Chopping it up. It takes a while just to find that certain sound of that sample that you're trying to chop up.
Yeah, finding your voice. Finding your voice as an MC comes with time.
Yeah.
Is finding your style as hard as being a producer as well? Is it just as hard?
Say that again?
Like when an MC, like when most MCs, when they start to rock, they sound like somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I first was rapping, everybody said I sounded like Ice Cube. Then I had to find my own voice. When most people start their own beats, they copy drums to find where that drum sounds best to them. Is it just as difficult, I'm asking, or is it the same type of growth process to become a producer, in your opinion, as an MC? But that's a whole other pillar of hip hop that people have to groom themselves into.
To help him with that, like I remember when he first started, cause it's like I told his family affair, half of us been around each other over like a decade. So when he first started, like you said, he sounded totally different. To now, you wouldn't even be able to recognize. You'd be like, Chris did this? You're like, what? Like, it's just showing growth. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's so versatile. And he's always growing. It's like, he's always...
Yeah, he always surprises me.
He's going to be LeBron in this 15 years. He's implementing new parts. You know what I mean? Doing amazing. It's like, this man has movie score ability.
That's dope.
Movie score ability. I'm talking RZA type. He's this guy. Man, look.
Well, let me ask you this, because as I say, I don't want to just make this part producer heavy. I mean, y'all are a collective. When you have a collective usually has a sound. Like I said, let's do some hip hop history on some groups now, okay?
Sure, dude.
Bomb Squad, Public Enemy. DMC and Scott LaRock, BDP.
BDP and Boogie Down.
You got Herbie. My man Herbie, he did Kid and Play and Salt and Pepper, so you know that's the drummer. Yeah. Teddy Riley's the New Jack Swing. Beat Minus is Boot Camp. RZA, and RZA is really Wu-Tang and Rockefeller. It's Kanye and Just Blaze had, copy and adapted. Yeah. What is y'all sound? What is the beat? What is the texture of your music? My man, Ryan, why don't you start off?
Texture of our music. I don't know if that could be even a word for that, because if it's texture, we talking about like skin colors to like beats, bro. And everybody treat that shit like women, man. It's like it's the same exact like, yo, man, we trying to go out to Cali, trying to go out to Cali and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sundays is getting
Japanese, you feel me? And you know what I'm saying?
So we don't like to be put, like, I think it's just like our whole slogan as far as finding the sound is no sound. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be confined to a like we feel like if somebody hears us and we like, oh well, you know, I feel like you sound like this with this, you know what I'm saying? Depending on who it is, it's a compliment because these are legendary people I don't admire, you know what I'm saying? But I want to get to a point where people can't identify it, you know what I mean? They like, yo, I don't know what these is doing, but it's fire.
ODM.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's this? You can't put it in the box.
Sound like some ODM shit right there.
Yeah, you can't label it. Like, I just always want to keep, like my thing is just to continue reinventing, man, because the game is like, you know, it's so, everything is so fast, you know what I mean? You just want to keep it like completely original, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't even listen to a lot of stuff like, you know what I mean? Especially lately, like, I've been more like just,
especially lately,
in the cave, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just stockpiling material, you know what I'm saying? So,
Locked in and loaded.
no, just stockpiling material, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, we just don't want to be put in a box, you know what I'm saying? We want to do something for everybody.